kill him. And they got him out of there. So, well, they said the boy was fighting him, but he couldn't whoop him all. That's what they said. Now, I'm putting that in the beginning that they said. Now, if I'd have been there looking at it, it'd have been a different story. So, but why, I still can't say it. Can't figure out why would they have me involved, and I know nothing about it.
I believe that if people are still alive and there's evidence to connect them in any way, shape, or form to the killing or to knowledge of the killing or the conspiracy of the killing, they should be prosecuted right now. I don't care how old they are. I don't care their medical condition. If they're alive and was part of it, they ought to be dealt with. There is no statute of limitation to murder. And people to say, well, it's years later, it doesn't matter. I think anyone that does this, if it's on their dying bed, they ought to die a convict and die condemned for participating in any way for what happened to Emmett Till.
There are some crimes that are known as higher than simply civil rights, human rights crimes. And the whole human community needs to look in and ensure that justice is done. The clock does not stop on this question of justice.
This is an injustice that continues as long as the murderers are at large and subject to being punished, but not being pursued.
If y'all could stop talking for 1 second.
Please be quiet.
Because I think that this family should get much more respect than what we gave them. This is history right before us, and I think Letitia James, the council member, did an excellent job to bring it before us. This is one time we need to give somebody a standing ovation. This family has been through a lot, and we should accord them that respect.
Emmett Till is emblematic of many such injustices that took place during that period and since. Down south and up south, Mississippi to New York, and to some extent what we're seeing still take place 50 years later. So it's very, very important that we not forget.
We need to bring this to the attention of the citizenry of the city of New York, and that all pressure be brought to bear to the Attorney General's office to get this case reopened.
All around America, they will follow this lead, and Ashcroft will hear that protest. This case will be reopened, and one day, Emmett will rest in peace because justice will have then been done. Justice will have been served. Thank you.
He whistled at a white woman and ended up dead at the bottom of a river. The 1955 lynching of Emmett Till was a key turning point in the civil rights movement. Now, nearly 50 years later, the Justice Department is reopening this case. A film called The Untold Story of Emmett Lewis Till helped renew interest in this case.
Now we're going to go live to Washington, D.C. The Justice Department holding a news conference. They plan to reopen a murder investigation of a murder that is almost 50 years old and helped inspire part of the civil rights fight. Let's listen in.
I'm pleased to announce a federal-state partnership to investigate the murder of Emmett Till. Federal prosecutors and FBI agents today are being assigned to investigate the Emmett Till murder in partnership with the District Attorney's Office and local law enforcement. Their findings will serve as the basis for any possible prosecution. Emmett Till unwittingly played a pivotal role in launching the modern civil rights movement. We owe it to Emmett Till, we owe it to his mother and to his family, and we owe it to ourselves to see if after all these years, any additional measure of justice is still possible. Thank you.
Emmett was the catalyst that started the civil rights movement. Because when people saw what had happened to this little 14-year-old boy. They knew then that not only were men, black men, in danger, but black children as well. And it took something to stir people up and let them know that we're either going to stand together or we're going to fall together. I do know that without the shedding of blood, there's no redemption. And I do know that the Lord appeared to me in a vision, and he told me that Emmett was not mine, that he belonged to him, and that God had chosen him for this particular mission.
Oh yeah, God is watching. Oh yeah, He is watching. Oh, God is watching.
Oh Lord, if I had the chance to be born again, and a choice of colors for my skin, knowing that it's twice as hard, yes it is, being black to win, I would still wanna be black again. I tell you that's small minds, and the way some treat me. Hatred is a one thing. Oh!